Hello, welcome back to the channel, to Farouk Academy. I hope everyone today is doing well. So today we'll learn how to use an automatic validator for SwiftUI text fields and secure fields. Okay, by using auto-validating text fields, we can, for instance, automatically check if the user entered correct credentials without needing him to tap on a login button or something similar. Okay. So this is what we're going to create in this tutorial, and whenever I tap the right code, as you can see, we go directly automatically to the home view. Okay, cool. Okay, so to get started, we're going to create a new Xcode project. Okay, so make sure, so you are going to select single view app. Okay, here we're going to give it a name, so I'm going to call it auto validation demo. Okay, make sure use SwiftUI is selected. Okay, after creating the project, we're going to create some color sets, okay, in our assets folder for creating the neomorphic look that we saw together in the previous lesson. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to retrieve the color from my previous lesson. Okay, so I go there and I simply paste the color. Okay, so don't worry, I will put the finished project in the description below the video, so you will be able to copy these three color sets. Okay, cool. Next, click on File, New File, so Command N on your keyboard, and create a new Swift file. Okay, here call this constants. Okay, so constants, just like that. In this, we are going to store the correct pin the user needs to enter to get access to the home screen. So here, let pin is equal to 1234. Okay, that's it. We are ready to compose the UI of our app. Okay, so we continue by composing the interface of our auto validation app. For the look of this, we follow an approach called neomorphism design. Okay, I did a tutorial on this subject, which is my previous lesson, so don't hesitate to do it before if you want to better understand today's lesson. So make sure you check it out. So first we alter the background color of our content view. Okay, to do this, replace the default hello world text view with the Z stack and place a rectangle inside it. Okay, so here rectangle, just like that. Okay, make sure the rectangle is colored and covers the whole screen by using the following modifiers. So the first one is fill. Okay, the color will be text field color, just like that. Okay, then the second modifier will be frame with the maximum width. Okay, dot infinity, then maximum height infinity as well. Okay, cool. And the last modifier will be edges ignoring safe area, and you can put all into it. So note that we created the text field color in our assets folder earlier. On top of our background rectangle, we put a VStack. Okay, VStack, just like that, that contains the necessary text views to instruct the user to enter his verification code. Okay, so here the alignment will be leading. Okay, to get the object on the left side. Okay, then a text object, you can write please enter the verification code. Okay, just like that. we're going to give it some modifiers. Okay, so the first one is font with a large title. Okay, then font weight. Sorry, I put 2 dots, so here, so we are good now. Font weight will be semi-bold. Okay, then first padding, this one, okay, with a top, and here 70. Then another padding for the bottom, and it's gonna be 20 as value. Okay, cool. So then another text object, okay, just like that. And then we're going to write, we have sent you a 4-digit PIN to verify your phone number. Okay, it's like that. And here we can give some modifiers as well. The first one is line limits, okay, with the value of 2. Then fixed size, okay, this one, so false, and here true. Okay, and finally a padding for the bottom side, okay, just like that, with a value of 20. Okay, cool. Now it's time to create the text field, but before we can do this, we need to declare a state property that holds the user's input. Okay, so here you can create a variable with a state value. Okay, so state var entered pin, just like that. Okay, for hiding the user's input, we use a special type of text field, which is secure field. Okay, we style this secure field and set the numeric pad as the default keyboard type. Okay, then we push the vstax views up by using a spacer. Okay, so here we can create the secure field. Okay, just like that. So here the text will be pin, here $entered pin. Okay, and then give it some modifiers as well. So the first one is keyboard type number pad. Okay, then padding, then background, which will be color. Okay, this one, and inside text field color. Okay, then a corner radius with a value of 5. Okay, then give some shadows, okay, for the neomorphism effect. So the first one will be color, light shadow. Okay, here a value of 8, here -8, and here -8 as well. Then we can copy paste this line below. Okay, and simply change this value by dark shadow, and here delete the minus. Okay, nice. So finally we apply some padding to the whole vstack. So here padding 30. Okay, just like that. And that's it. This is how our preview should look like now. If I press on resume, oh, I totally forgot to insert the spacer at the end. Okay, so here, and now we should be good. Okay, perfect. That's the result that I was expecting. So before moving on with implementing our text field auto validating functionality, we need to think about what should happen when the user enters the right pin. In this case, we want to present another view, obviously. For instance, the app's home screen, just like there. Okay, when I press the right code, we see the home screen. Okay, So let's create a sample screen by clicking again on Command N on your keyboard and creating a new SwiftUI view called Home View, simply. Okay, so Home View. Inside the Home View, we replace the Hello World text by Home here. Okay, so Home. Okay, cool. But how can we navigate to this view when the user enters the right pin? Okay, first we need to create our view router that manages which view should currently be presented to the user. For this purpose, create a new Swift file. Okay, so Command N, Swift file. Okay, and call it view router. Okay, so just like that. Make sure you import the SwiftUI framework before going further. Okay, so here SwiftUI. Inside this file, create a class also called viewRouter. So class viewRouter. Okay, and adopt the observable object protocol. Okay, so other views in our app can notice when something with the view router happens. Okay, so as said, our view router keeps track of which view should currently be displayed. Okay, for this purpose we create a published variable, okay, here, and call it current page. Okay, current page. By default we want to show our content view, which we call pin. Okay, so here pin. So next we need to set up our mother view that holds all views and shows either the content view or the home view. So let's create a new SwiftUI view. Okay, here, that we called a mother view. Okay, so mother view, just like that. So inside this view, we observe the view router as an environment object. Okay, so here, okay, so every time the current page variable of the view router changes, we can show the corresponding view. Okay, so we implement this functionality by writing here vstack. Okay, if view router dot current page is equal to home, then text, okay, text is home, else if view router dot current page is equal to pin, then we display the content view. So next we need to set our mother view as the root view when the app launches. To do this, we go to our send delegate file and adjust the root view inside the scene function as follows. So here you can simply write mother view dot environment object, and inside you can write okay. So finally we move the entered pin state of our content view into our view router class. So here you can comment it, okay, and then go to view router and write published var entered pin, just like that. Okay, here it's rather this way. Okay, okay, to bind our secure field to the view router's entered pin property, we need to access it by using the environment object property wrapper inside our content view. Okay, so here, okay, here first of all we can write view router, just like that. Okay, and then here actually we have to write environment object var view router. Okay, view router. Now we can bind our secure field to the view router's entered pin property here by writing .enter pin. Okay, so every time the user enters something into the text field, we want to compare it to the pin we stored in our constants file earlier. To achieve such auto-validating text fields, we must react every time the entered pin property is activated, okay, which is bound to the secure field gets updated. Okay, in Swift we do this by using the didSet property observer. Okay, so here we can add this observer by placing curly braces followed by the didSet closure behind our view router's entered pin property. Okay, so here didSet. Okay, so the code we write inside the didSet curly brackets gets executed every time the user modifies the entered pin property by entering a character into the secure field. Okay, so every time the user enters a character, we want to check if the entered pin equals the stored pin. Okay, when this happens, we change the current page variable to home, which causes the observing mother view to eventually show the user the home view. Okay, so here if self.entered pin is equal to pin, okay, then self.current page is equal to home. Okay, so let's see if that works. Okay, run your app in the regular simulator, okay, and enter the correct pin. Okay, so here 1 2 3 4. Awesome. Once we enter the complete pin, the entered pin's didSet property observer automatically notices and tells the view router to grant the user access to the home screen. Great. You just learned how to create an auto-validating text field in SwiftUI. Okay, actually, I'd like to show you one other thing. Which is that implementing phone vibration and limiting the entered text field characters. Okay, so to do this, as I was saying before, we add an else if statement to our didSet property, okay, observer, which gets executed once the user entered a pin that is 4 or more digits long, which is wrong. Okay, so before implementing this last function, we have to import the audio toolbox framework. Okay, and then we can simply write entered pin is equal to that, and also audio services player alert sound, okay, with completion. Okay, with completion, this one. Okay, here you can write system sound ID. Okay, so here K system sound ID vibrate. Okay, and then delete all that. Okay, and write return, simply just like that. Okay, cool. So let's try this out by running the app again and entering a wrong code. Okay, you see that the secure fields normally, so if I write 9854, okay, you see that the secure fields content automatically gets emptied again. Of course, the vibration only works if you run the app on a real device. Okay, so that's it. With the described technique, you can create auto-validating text fields that automatically react and, for instance, grant access to another view when the user enters the correct input. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. If you want to learn more about SwiftUI, check out my other tutorials. Okay guys, see you in the next lesson. Bye bye.